Hey guys, welcome to this video, and today I'll be going through all of the Gunpla models that I've built so far, starting from the first one that I built all up until the last one. So I will be showing them off to you and giving them ratings, as well as telling you which ones I like the most and what problems I had with them. Let's get right into it. First of all, we have this guy, which is the entry grade RX78-2. I had a few problems with this guy. I accidentally panel lined a bit too hard and he ended up breaking in a lot of places, and he has the missing skirt, and then his torso is very weak. It can come apart in any second, and his head is disintegrating. Very nice kit to build. I really like I got the full weapon set version, so I really like the options that came with it. And overall, I'd recommend building it, but be very careful when panel lining it and don't be like me. A bit more caution would go a long way. It'd probably look better. Other than that though, nice kit, and I would recommend getting it if you're new to Gunpla. Next up, we have the gun can, which, as you can see, I was a bit more careful with when I was customizing. I still panel lined it and gave it a wash, but it's a bit more subtle, and I also made sure to take it apart before doing so. So, it's still fully intact, nothing is falling off, the cannons move fine. This is the Revive kit, which means that it comes with a better inner frame, and in general it's just nicer to build. The hips still move. They aren't independent, they're one unit, so do be aware of that. That can affect the posability. The joints are very nice, especially the feet joints. They're nice to pose. And the cannons both move independently, so you can pose them however you want. The kit came with a lot of selection of hands, and in general, for being my second ever kit, it doesn't look half bad. There's no decals on this one because I was too scared to do that. Moving on, next up we have the GM Sniper, which I am very happy with how this turned out, especially for my third ever Gunpla model. It's fully panel lined. I painted the vents on the legs, matched the descriptions, and I used a custom decal set that I put together with old plain model decals in my own custom look. Very nice set. I am a very big fan of the GM Sniper 2, so I was very happy to get this, especially on the Master Grade. I am on the lookout for another one, but because I live in Europe, it's very hard to find. So, overall, the posability on this is amazing. I really love the details of the hydraulics on the legs. Might be a bit harder to see, especially on camera, but there is hydraulic systems within the legs for when they're moving. They move like real hydraulics, and the same is in the feet. So really nice posability. I'm not using the sniper at this moment in time for the pose, but he still looks amazing. Yeah, so this was the third ever kit that I did, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I did have an issue with the antenna, but that was just me cutting off too close to the nub, and I had to use super thin cement to glue it back on, but I've had no issues other than that. That was my own issue, and I can't blame Bandai for that, so yeah, really nice kit. Next up on the list, we have the Gundam ground type, which I built as my fourth ever model, and I am extremely happy with how this turned out. Now, I don't have the shield with it to show off at this moment in time, but that is also custom decaled. On the shoulder, of course, you can see there is custom decals. I might have to flip that to show, but it's AF82 with the logo beside it, and then Unit 2 on the left shoulder. So this was fully customized. I gave it a wash over the panel lining and a matte top coat, which turned out amazing. Again, I used custom decals left over from other airplane kits to give it a rugged look, which I think worked out very nicely in its favor. To rate the set itself, it was easy to build. It came with a lot of accessories, of course, with the backpack and the long cannon, which has the folded gimmick. Very nice kit, and I would recommend it to anyone who can get their hands on it. So yeah, this is my fourth kit, and I'm very happy with it. Now for my next model. As you can see, I'm sticking with the Universal Century. I'm a big fan of it. This is the HGUC Unicorn Destroy mode. Now, I specifically chose the Destroy mode for this because, number one, I was planning on getting the Master Grade, so I decided to get this to display in Unicorn mode to show what it would look like in its alternate. Now, in terms of the kit itself, I do have a few gripes with it. Number one being the flimsiness of the hands. The hands do tend to come off. And then number two is that the the shield was very hard to put together. The nubs were placed in very annoying places, and that made it hard to put together. Last gripe, actually, I forgot, but I have to mention this now. On the kind of shoulder sensors, which are very hard to see from this angle, but I'm pointing at them now. They actually use foldable stickers to detail up, otherwise they'd be fully red. I don't think that works too well. The stickers tend to fall off and you have to reapply them, so I'm not the happiest with that. But other than that, I didn't do any decal work on it because it didn't come with any, but I did end up with a panel line just on the head, nowhere else, because I feel like that's the only place that really needed it for the details on the face, and I think that turned out just fine. So I'm very happy with that. Moving on. Now, I gave a bit of a teaser to this in the last section, but next up we do have the MasterGrade unicorn, which I'm actually using the box of the MasterGrade as a backdrop, just to hide my messy bedroom moment. Now, this kit is absolutely beautiful, and it was the first time that I ever used the included stickers on a Gundam set, simply because they were so nice to complement every single detail on this guy. I didn't end up actually doing any panel lining on the face this time because the details were deep enough that it actually created its own shadows, and I have it just displayed in unicorn mode because I think that's the best mode for the unicorn, obviously. The pure white is amazing. There's no discoloration whatsoever anywhere on it. It transforms fine. The biggest issue I have with it is the chest is a bit finicky to transform, but the head works very well. I love how the horn splits into two to make the V-fin, and I love how the shield transforms in general. Overall, amazing kit. I am so glad I picked it up when I saw it, because I would have regretted it for the rest of my life. So overall, very nice kit. If you have the money and you can find it, I really would recommend it. On to my final two. We are back to high grade, and we are back with a banger of a suit, the Spartan. I am the biggest Spartan fan on YouTube at the moment, and this suit is no different. Now, I did get this under dubious circumstances. I cannot legally divulge if it's a bootleg or not, so I'll leave it at that. You can imagine. This, I bought a custom decal set to go with this, to really detail up, which you'll be shown in the ending montage of all of my suits. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is one of those suits where you need to use almost all of the decals on the sheet to really detail up, because the design of the colors really lends it to that. It almost looks like a military beast. To rate the kit itself, it was very nice to put together. All of it fitted together perfectly. I had no issues whatsoever, other than the smoke grenade launcher on the headpiece, which is a bit flimsy, but I did get it in there. As for custom work that I did, I obviously did the decals, and I also custom painted the shoulder pauldron to be a commander red to show how it would operate in the unit. It has panel lining in certain parts, which I actually panel lined using the wash this time, and it turned out amazingly. And there, of course, is decals all over it, even on the back. So, amazing suit. I love it so much. I'm very glad to have this in my collection, and yeah, beautiful. Last but certainly not least, we have the Alex, which is my most recently built model, and I love it so much. For being such an old kit, it was a dream to build. Very, very easy to put together. Pros being simple design, easy to put together. It was cheap. I got it on sale when I was on holidays in Liverpool, so I didn't spend too much on it. And I absolutely love the posability with the arm cannons, which really lends it to the movie. You can recreate a lot of poses from that, so all I need to get is a campfire to go with it, which would actually be my first Xeon suit that I've ever built, so I'm looking forward to that. For pros, it was really nice to put together, as I said. I love the colours on it. I really love the more bluish design compared to the original Gundam. I did use the included stickers for this, and panel lined certain areas, as you can see, to really make it pop. One issue that I had when customizing it was the matte top coat actually fogged up on the chest unit, but thankfully it didn't do that to anywhere else, so it still looks okay. You can notice it if you really look closely, but I am happy with how it turned out, and I'm really happy with this kit to have it in my collection. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I will be including a montage of all of my models at the end of this video, again ordered from when I first built them to the most recent, which will then have my pros and cons and ratings listed beside them, so I hope you stay for that. This will be one of my longer videos, and I apologize if you're not used to that, but thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.